Hi, welcome to my channel, Bright Blessings. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm outside in front of my greenhouse and there's all kinds of noises all around. Birds and branches creaking, and there's a slight breeze, so there's a rustle in the air. And I've got my microphone on and hopefully you can hear me all right. Today my story is about familiars, witches familiars, and missed opportunities, for me anyway. So I wanted to help you recognize those signs so that hopefully you don't miss those opportunities. This occurred in the year 2000, and it was probably within months of me discovering the craft and starting my training in the craft. And it occurred in the house that I told you about. This was the story of the ghost that I actually scared. All right. So just to give you an idea, if you missed that video, the layout of the house was, it was 2 stories. Upstairs was my son's room, my bedroom, a bathroom, and a sitting room. And in this sitting room, I had my altar, my computer, and a rocking chair with a table. And I used to sit in the rocking chair up until way late at night and read. This particular night, it was around 10 o'clock, and I was sitting in my chair and reading a book. And I kept hearing meow, meow, meow. And I put my bookmark in the book, and I went downstairs, and I checked the front door, and I didn't see anything. And I kind of wandered around a little bit and I heard meow, meow, meow. So I went to the back door and I didn't see anything. And this just kept occurring for, a good half an hour, 45 minutes. And I just kept going from the front door to the back door, to the front door, to the back door. And finally, at the back door, I found the kitty. I guess we had just been playing tag between the 2 doors. So as I opened the door, this cat laid on its back and started rolling around, showing me its belly. And I said, my goodness. So I rubbed its belly and I petted it and I picked it up and I brought it inside. And it was just very, very affectionate and just crawled all up on me and loved all over me. It was just purring like crazy. Now this was a rental property and I could not have pets. And this was a solid black cat and it was very affectionate and it wanted to stay with me. And it made that perfectly known. It wanted to stay with me. But I couldn't have pets in this location. And this particular cat was wearing a tag. And it had its name and a phone number. And its name was Little Bear. So I called it by name and I said, oh my goodness, it's almost 11 o'clock, but someone's looking for you, honey. And so this was before cell phones and all of that. I phoned the people up on their house phone and I said, I'm really sorry, it's so late at night, but I have your kitty. And it's come to my door. And it took me a while to find it, but I kept hearing it, and I wanted you to know that he's safe and you can come and get him. And the lady on the other end said, a black cat? And I said, yeah, a little black kitty, looks to be about 2 or 3 months old. And she said, oh my God, that cat's been gone for 2 weeks. So I gave her my address and I told her, I'll look after him, you come and get him. And she said, it'll take me a few minutes. We're going to have to get up and get dressed. We were in bed, but we'll come get him. So he just loved all up on me and stayed on my lap, and I held him until they came. And it was close to midnight. It took them quite a way. And she explained to me when they arrived, they lived all the way across town. Now this wasn't a big city by any means, but it was a pretty good sized town. And this cat did not look dirty. It did not look underfed. And that's why I didn't think anything about calling them so late at night. I assumed it was one of my neighbors. And it wasn't. These people lived all the way across town. And this cat had come to me. And it wanted to stay with me. It would not go to them when they came to get it. He just kept up on my neck and holding on to me. And if I tried to pull him away, he'd latch onto my arms. He'd grab both hands, both paws around my arms and just hold on to me for dear life. And I felt so bad. I was just heartbroken. And I literally had to force him off of me and put him in their car and close the door really quick to get him to go, because he didn't want to go. But as I said, he belonged to them and I knew it, and I couldn't ignore his tag. And even if I had, I couldn't have pets where I lived. And I was just heartbroken, just heartsick over this poor kitty that made it very clear he wanted to stay with me. And I went back upstairs, and I couldn't sleep, of course, even though it was a late hour. I couldn't sleep because I was just so distraught. So I went back to my rocking chair and I picked up my book. And the bookmark inside the book read, "Little Bear, are you sleeping?" And it had the picture of a little bear being rocked by his mommy. And that was the name of the cat. So, again, I'm a person that does not believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason, and everything's orchestrated exactly as it should be. And that was supposed to be my familiar. And about a year and a half later, I moved. And I moved state, actually, not just houses, but I moved to a different state. And I was near my sister, my brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law's family. And I had told this story many times. And they all pitched in and went together for my birthday and adopted a black cat for me. And I named him Salem, and he stayed with me for many, many years. So the moral of the story, I guess, is watch for those signs. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. And just don't miss your opportunities, as I had. Bright blessings, guys. Have a good day.